Hi, I'm Cliff, and this is my garage. So, you've decided you want to de-snorkel or de-snork your Porsche. Here's how you do it. Hey, welcome back to the garage. And if this is your first time joining me, thanks for dropping by. So, one pretty common mod that a lot of Cayman and Boxster owners do is to de-snorkel or de-snork the intake on their car. And what that really means, I honestly I don't know why it's called de-snorkel or desnorking because there's not really a snorkel involved. The main object is to remove this thing right here, which I call a baffle plate. What this is it is designed to block large debris from coming in and being pulled into the air filter and or the engine. And the idea is that this is kind of restricted. The air's got to flow around it. That makes the debris kind of hit and fall down. But the theory is that it also restricts the airflow. Now, let's be honest and straightforward here. This is not really restricting your airflow. The airflow into the Cayman or Boxster is not really affected by this baffle plate. Let's just pick a number. Let's say that the Cayman at maximum RPM is pulling 500 cubic feet per minute or whatever. And I'm just making that number up. But let's just say it's 500 cubic feet. Well, then the intake is capable of providing, let's say, 700 cubic feet. It's not restricting your engine. You're not going to gain any horsepower by doing this mod. So why do people do it? Basically for sound. Supposedly, you get a lot louder intake noise, and people like that sound. Now, honestly, I've done the mod, and I do not hear a difference, but that is probably because my exhaust is so loud, it's just overpowering any additional noise. But a lot of people have asked me, how do you go about doing this? And so I'm going to make this video and show you how. It's really quite simple. The first step was to remove the grill and the subframe from the front of the inlet here. And if you want to know how to do that, I've done a separate video just on removing the grill and subframe, and I will give you a link up in this corner here to that video. Once the frame and the once the grill and the subframe are removed, then you're looking right at the baffle plate, and it's a pretty straightforward job to remove it. The baffle plate is held in by these four clips, and they're like a prong that protrudes out and hooks over another piece here. And all four clips release by pushing them toward the inside. But we only need to release these two because once you get these two loose, then it just kind of wiggles to the side and the whole thing comes out. Now, these clips can be kind of hard to get to turn loose. You might need to push on them with a screwdriver or actually get a small screwdriver and push it in here and twist and wiggle it. Let's just see. Ow. Okay, that one came loose pretty easy. This one's being a little more there. Okay, I was able to get those with finger pressure. Now I just pull it forward and push the whole plate down, and the other two will let go. Then you're going to bring it out, and there are two braces poking up here, and you need to kind of rotate the plate around this way and wiggle, and it comes right on out. And there's those two things I was talking about there. The last step is to take this mounting frame here, and it just wiggle and pulls, and it comes just straight out. Now, I think most of us would agree that this is not particularly attractive, and even though it ends up being hidden behind the grill, it's still kind of visible and kind of odd looking. I think a lot of people would agree with that. So one option you've got is to reinstall or to leave the support frame in place and then install one of these types of covers, fitting it onto the subframe, and it just snaps in place. it provides um, a little bit of a covering, makes it look better, and also gives you some protection against, like sucking in large debris like leaves. Now, this is a prototype that I've been working with PCS Innovations to develop. And it's like I said, this is just a prototype. You can't buy this yet. I'm not sure if or when he's going to start selling it, but you could check with him at PCS Innovations. I'll give you a link in the video description below on how to contact him. I'm also working with another company to develop a much different looking version of this that I think will look really good and work well. And there are some other people that you can probably find on like eBay or Etsy that sell this kind of a plate in various forms. All done. Now, of course, we all know we didn't get any more horsepower out of this, but a lot of people do say they really like the increase in the intake sound, that it sounds really nice, and they like it very much. And so, hey, it does something nice that you like. It doesn't cost anything but a few minutes of your time, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you go the full route, you get one of these, I don't even know what the official name for those things would be, that little red cover plate I've got in there. If you go that route, I think it looks pretty good. Visually, it's kind of interesting to see, and I like it a lot. So, it's not free, but it's relatively inexpensive. Now, before you go, please go down there, feed that YouTube algorithm by clicking on the thumbs up button and letting them know that you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful. And if you're not one of my subscribers yet, go down there, click on that big old shiny red subscribe button, join the channel. It doesn't cost a thing, and it also helps me with growing the channel. And finally, if you want to keep up with everything I'm doing here in the garage, including projects with the Cayman, Project 987.2, projects in the garage, other maintenance videos, go click on that bell icon. That turns on notifications for this channel, and that way YouTube will let you know every time that I post something new from here in Cliff's Garage. I'll see you next time.